Quadratic functions, properties of graphs. First, you want to identify where your vertex is at. So on our graph, it's -1, 5. Then you want to identify where your minimum is. So on our graph, we have -3. Also, if you have a maximum, you want to identify that too. It's just we don't have one on our graph. And then you want to find your point of symmetry, so where it splits down the middle. So if you cut it, it would be 2 equal halves, and that's at -1 for us. And then you want to find where your graph touches the y-axis and the x-axis. So for us, it touches 5 on the y-axis, but it doesn't touch for us on the x-axis. Transformations. The first part of this problem tells you if the graph is going to smile or if it's going to frown. The second part is going to tell you if it's going to be a wide smile or frown or a skinny smile or frown. And then the part in the parentheses tells you if you're going to go over right or you're going to go over left. So if it's a positive number inside these parentheses, you're going to go over left. If it's a negative like this one, you're going to go over right. The final part of this equation is going to tell you to either go up or down a number. So here we have to go up 7. Solving quadratic equations using square roots. So on this one, first you need to get x by itself. To get x by itself, you have to subtract the opposite of the whole number. So here, so this was -25, so we added 25 here. And that left us with x to square root equals 25. So our final answer would be x equals plus or minus 5. Solving quadratic equations by factoring. First, you subtract 10 to get this to go to a 0. So you subtract 10 from here. But if you add a negative plus a negative, it equals another negative. So now we're left with x squared plus x minus 30 equals 0. So then you have to figure out, okay, what makes -30? So we have x plus 6, x minus 5 in parentheses equals 0. So our final answer, which would be the opposite of these, so now it's x equals minus 6, x equals plus 5, or positive 5. Using the quadratic formula, first you locate your terms a, b, and c. And then you have to put them into this formula. X equals minus b plus or minus square root b over 2 minus 4a, c over 2a. After you plug that in, you have to basically just figure it out from there. You have to plug them all in. You have to get them all down to one simple equation. So our last equation right before we got our answers was x equals 8 plus or minus over -82. So then we have to do this twice. We have to do 8 minus 8.9 over 2, and we have to do 8 plus 8.9 over 2. So see, there's a difference. So here we got 4.45, and here we got 8.45. Those are our two answers for this. And that's our slide.